Arizona. Yeah, I know what you're picturing. Blazing deserts, epic sunsets, maybe a cactus or two. But let me tell you, Arizona is so much more than just a backdrop for cowboy movies. It's one of the most misunderstood, wildest places in American history. Before it became a vacation hotspot, Arizona was wild, dangerous, and teetering right on the edge of chaos. Today I'm digging up the weird history that made Arizona, Arizona. Here's something you probably didn't know. Arizona almost didn't become a state. I'm serious. Its constitution, too radical. Towns, run by vigilantes, and at one point one of America's greatest natural wonders, the Grand Canyon, was almost destroyed. This isn't legend, this is straight-up history. Let's rewind to 1912. Arizona finally joins the Union as the last of the lower 48. Why the holdup? Washington flat out didn't trust Arizona. Too lawless, too rebellious, too unpredictable. The federal government thought Arizona wasn't ready to run its own show, and when Arizona finally drafted its constitution, that freaked DC out even more. The Constitution gave a ton of power to workers, let voters recall judges, and handed real control to everyday people. President Taft took one look and stamped it, rejected, but Arizona didn't flinch. They waited him out, forced it through anyway. That stubborn defiance, it's still part of Arizona's DNA. And before all that, in a lot of Arizona towns, there was no real law enforcement. If you wanted justice, you didn't call the sheriff, you called your neighbors. Vigilantes made all the calls. Guilty or not, they decided your fate. Sometimes, the trial was shorter than the crime. Order? Sure, but it wasn't exactly legal. Here's the bit that always blows people's minds. The Grand Canyon, yeah, that Grand Canyon, was almost lost forever. Engineers wanted to dam it up, flood it for electricity, sacrifice one of the world's wonders for a little bit of power. Public outrage barely stopped it. The Grand Canyon almost became a memory. And you know Phoenix, right? The Valley of the Sun. That place exists because of the Hohokam, ancient engineers who built miles of canals centuries before Arizona was even a dream. Modern Phoenix didn't invent itself. It inherited the bones of an ancient city. So here's the real story. Arizona wasn't built to be safe. It was forged by people who survived, resisted, and refused to back down. Defiant, uncomfortable, always a little bit wild. That's the weird history of Arizona. And trust me, this is just the beginning.